Welcome to this yoga class. My name is Nina and I am so grateful to have you with me today. Today's yoga class is going to be a calming Yin Yoga, especially good if you were having some pain or discomfort in your back. I myself have a lot of problems with my back, so I know how much relief yoga can bring. If you have never practiced Yin style of yoga before, there are some basic principles that you need to know. Yin yoga is a very passive style of yoga, where less truly is more. Our first principle is find your edge, which basically means to know your limits. In Yin, we never want to push or pull, we simply allow the body to open. Second principle is resolve to be still, and our third principle is hold the pose. This means that we will be holding the poses for a couple of minutes, and during the asana, we will try to keep our body, our breath, and our mind very still. Now, all of that being said, let's start with our class by doing some breath work that is going to help us calm our busy minds. So sit in any way that is comfortable to you. We are going to do Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. In English, this means alternate nostril breathing. We start by placing our index and our middle finger between our brows. Our thumb goes on our right nostril and our ring finger goes on our left nostril. Now inhale, seal off your right nostril with your thumb and exhale through your left nostril. Without changing anything, inhale through your left nostril, seal off your left nostril with your ring finger, release your right nostril, and exhale through it. This makes one round. Now keep doing this for a couple of more rounds, alternating the nostrils. If you want, you may open your eyes or just keep them closed and focus inwards. Next time you exhale, release your hands to your knees and just come back to a natural breath. Keep your mind calm and relaxed. Open your eyes. Let's take our first asana, the child's pose. So come to the tabletop and bring your feet together, knees wide, and push your hips back and down, bringing them as close to the heels as possible. Extend your arms forward and rest your head on the ground. Breathe deeply. And with every breath, imagine the tension just melting away. We're gonna stay in child's pose for a couple of minutes now, just using this pose to come to our mat, to come to our intention to be still. Gently push into your arms. Slowly raise back up. Pause here. Our next asana is Sphinx pose. So just lie down on your belly and bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle. Press your forearms into the mat. Raise your head and pull your shoulders back to open your chest. If you feel any pinching or pain in your lower back, it means that you are already too deep in the pose. So back off by sliding your arms forwards. Very important, press your tailbone into the mat and do not collapse in your lower back. Now, close your eyes and just be still for a couple of minutes with me. But if you feel that you can't hold the pose any longer, by all means, just release the pose. This is your body, your practice. This is yoga in you. To come out of the pose, slowly push your hands into the floor. Be very mindful. Do not forget your breath. Our next asana is called thread the needle. So come back to tabletop, and from tabletop, reach your right arm underneath your body. Rotate your upper body. Place your right arm, right shoulder, and right ear on the floor. Keep your neck and jaw relaxed. If you cannot breathe deeply, it means you have twisted too far. So just take a yoga block or a cushion and place it under your head. You may use a prop if you need to, but if you don't, just keep your head on the mat and straight your left arm over your head. Close your eyes and just be still with me for a couple of minutes. But do not forget to engage your belly just a little bit so that you are not collapsing in your lower back. This is for sure one of my favorite asanas. I will let you know when it's time to come back. Gently open your eyes and slide your left hand back to your head and slowly push into the floor to come out of the pose. Breathe. Come back to all fours and let us do the same thing on the other side. So now slide your left arm underneath your body and place your left arm, shoulder and ear to the mat. Right arm slides forward, neck is relaxed, hips are aligned with your knees. If you needed some support on the first side, you might think about using it on this side as well. But just relax and try to breathe deeply as much as you can. Concentrate on your breath. Go inwards. Do your yoga. slide your right arm back to your head and push into your right arm. Please don't forget about your breath. Take a seat in any way that is comfortable to you, and let's just pause here just for a moment. Our next asana is going to be a laying spinal twist. So lie down on your back and bend your knees. Feet are flat on the ground. Place your arms on the side and slide your hips to the right. Now let both knees drop down to your left, but try to keep your right shoulder still on the mat. If you are struggling with your right shoulder, just place some pillow or yoga block, if you have one, underneath your knees. This can make the pose a little bit more accessible. But if you want some deeper sensation, you can cross your upper thigh over the bottom one. Do not forget, any restriction in your breath means you have twisted too much, so just back off. Find something that works for your body. You want to be able to relax. Breathe in deeply, engage your belly, and raise your legs back to the middle. Now we can twist to the other side. So slide your hips to the left and let your knees fall over to the right. Whatever you did on the first side, just try to replicate it, but do not think that the same results are mandatory. Again, do not forget about your deep breaths. Let's just relax here for a couple of minutes. Again, breathe in and engage your belly. Raise your legs back to the middle. Now, since we twisted our spine quite a bit, let us come to the legs up the wall or waterfall. So keep laying down on your back and just raise your legs up in the air. To make this pose maybe a little bit more accessible, you may place a yoga block or a cushion underneath your hips. If you can, you may find a free wall and lie on your back right next to it, and then extend your legs upwards to rest your heels against the wall. But if you don't have a free wall, that's just perfectly fine. You can just do the variation that I'm doing right here. This asana truly teaches us that less is more. Close your eyes and relax here with me for a couple of minutes. Slowly bend your knees back down. Place your feet back on the mat and raise your hips to slide your block out of the way. So we come to our last asana, Shavasana or corpse pose. So take all the space you need on your mat. Palms facing upwards, legs and feet relaxed. Close your eyes and breathe in any way that is natural to you. If you want, you can also pull your knees to your chest or place your feet on the mat and let your knees fall inwards. Choose any variation that works for you. Relax your face. Relax your brows. Relax the space between your brows. Relax your jaws. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your chest. Relax your hips. Relax your knees, your ankles, and your feet. Try not to think about anything. Let everything be just as it is. There is nothing you should be doing right now. There is just this moment of peace. So stay in peace for a couple of more minutes. I will let you know when it's time to come back. Start to breathe in deeply, slowly moving your fingers and your toes, waking up your body and your mind. Roll to one side and just pause here. Slowly push your hands into the mat, raise to sit in any way that is comfortable to you. Keep your eyes closed and be aware of yourself, your body, your yoga. You may slowly repeat these words to yourself. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Slowly open your eyes and become aware of the space that is surrounding you. Pray your hands. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much. Please let me know what you think about this session down in the comments. If you liked it, you can leave me a thumbs up and share this video with anyone who would find this class helpful as well. Thank you again. Namaste.